Just weeks. That's literally all it was. Weeks between Billy Porter fighting for his life against sepsis. I mean, it was so bad it actually shut down his Broadway show, Cabaret.
Near fatal.
And then, bam!
Yeah.
He drops this huge public statement. But not about recovery, not really. It was about life, vitality, pure joy.
The whiplash is incredible.
Totally head-spinning. 1 minute, the story is all about, his health, career uncertainty, fragility. The next, a shocking headline, a brand new romance, very public, very official.
And instant confusion.
Right. Everyone asking, wait, which Eric Anderson is this? Is it the famous Broadway guy, the one he starred with?
Yeah, that was the immediate reaction.
Welcome to Starscope Report. We are diving deep into the celebrity machine today.
That's what we do.
Join us as we break down Hollywood drama, music industry shakeups, and, yes, influencer scandals. We're here to figure out the strategy, the real stories behind those headlines that make you go, wait, what?
And you hit the nail on the head calling it strategy, this announcement. It's way more than just, Celebrity X is dating Celebrity Y. And what we're really seeing here is a very powerful, very calculated move by Billy Porter. He's reclaiming control, full stop. Control of his personal story after, a really rough 28 months, divorce, that terrifying health crisis.
It's been a lot.
So this hard launch, it's an affirmation. Survival, yes, but also a statement about what matters now, our mission today. Figure out why this reveal is such a huge turning point for him.
Okay, let's start with that term, hard launch.
Yeah.
Because for a star like Porter, this isn't accidental. It's a specific tactic, right? We're not talking subtle hints here.
No, definitely not. Forget the soft launch. The shadowy photo, the untagged hand in the corner of the picture, deep in a carousel post.
Right.
A hard launch is, it's a PR term, basically. It means an unambiguous, totally intentional public reveal. It's designed so there's zero room for speculation.
Okay. Taking control.
Exactly. It's strategic. Big names like Porter use it to grab the narrative back from, say, the paparazzi or the gossip blogs, because if you don't define it yourself...
The media will. And you probably get it wrong. And the way he did it was, kind of perfect in its simplicity. It dropped Thursday, October 23rd, 2025. A joint Instagram post, that's key, right?
Yeah.
Shows they're unified.
Very key. A united front.
And the picture. Just them holding hands at a restaurant table. Intimate, simple, the caption. Just 4 characters, #Datenight.
That's it. Nothing more needed. It spoke volumes.
But the location, you pointed this out earlier, Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, that feels significant.
Oh, it's fascinating and deliberate, I think. This wasn't just a random dinner spot. Rehoboth Beach is, it's a well-known, historic LGBTQ+ resort town.
Okay.
It's got history, community, leisure. But crucially, it's way outside the usual Hollywood or New York bubble.
So what's the message there? Choosing this community hub so far from the industry scene.
I think it signals substance, authenticity over spectacle. Usually stars might hard launch at some glitzy LA premiere or a fancy NYC restaurant near Broadway.
What are the usual spots?
Choosing Rehoboth suggests something more. Grounded, authentic, our relationship rooted in the community, away from the industry spotlight and maybe the transactional feel of show business. It sets a tone of normalcy, stability.
Which, given what he just went through.
Exactly. Feels incredibly deliberate.
But before people could even unpack the Rehoboth angle, everyone zeroed in on the name. Eric Anderson. I mean, talk about a red herring.
Oh, absolutely. It sent everyone sprinting down a path that seemed plausible, but was completely wrong.
Yeah, you can see why. The public, the media, they hear Eric Anderson, they immediately think of the Broadway actor, right? The prominent one.
The one with the huge credits. Waitress, Pretty Woman, The Great Gatsby revival. He even took over in Moulin Rouge. He's a big name in that world.
Which makes the connection seem so likely, so romantic even.
And here's the kicker, the connection that really fueled the fire.
Kinky boots.
Exactly. That Broadway actor, Eric Anderson, was in the original Tony-winning cast of Kinky Boots with Billy Porter. Porter is Lola, of course.
So the narrative writes itself. Former co-stars. Years later, reconnect, find love. It's poetic, it's neat.
And totally wrong.
Right, so let's set the record straight. How do we know for sure who the real Eric Anderson is?
The Instagram handle. That's the key the sources give us. The joint post, tagged @LivingSpiritual. That leads us definitively to Eric M. Anderson, not the actor.
Okay, crucial distinction. Let's spell this out clearly because the difference between these two men is basically the whole story here.
Let's do it. So Eric Anderson, the actor, professional colleague, huge Broadway resume. His life is embedded in the same industry as Porter.
Got it. Colleague.
Then you have Eric M. Anderson, the partner. His Instagram bio, it says educator, yogi, ex-fitter. His professional life seems pretty private, focused entirely on wellness, balance, education, completely outside show business.
Wow. Okay. Showbiz vet versus wellness professional. That's a massive difference.
Huge. And that difference is the bridge to understanding why this hard launch and this partner is so significant. Especially, as you said, given the context, this joy didn't just appear out of nowhere.
Right. It came after intense turmoil.
Exactly. This launch is a deliberate counterpunch to a really grueling, public, painful period for Porter. It started over 2 years back. First, the end of an era.
The divorce.
Yeah, July 5th, 2023. His team confirmed the split from Adam Smith. Amicable, mutual, after 6 years married. It was necessary closure, clean slate. Porter even joked about being back on the market, looking for an English husband.
I remember that. Okay, so that chapter closes. But then came the real trial, the health crisis.
Crucible, yeah. Just a month before this hard launch, September 2025, that brush with mortality, starring in Cabaret, and suddenly producers announce he's battling a serious case of sepsis.
And sepsis is incredibly scary. It's your body basically attacking itself in response to infection.
Life-threatening. And the fallout was immediate. Personally, professionally, it forced him out of Cabaret early. His last show was September 21st.
And the show closed early because of it.
Precipitated the closure, yeah. A big financial hit. So it wasn't just physical recovery, it was career disruption, financial loss for the production, and this public narrative returning to fragility.
Which must have echoed some of his past struggles. He's been open about hitting rock bottom before.
Absolutely. He often talks about 2007, his HIV diagnosis, bankruptcy. He called it his worst year. So for the focus in September 2025 to, again, be on physical vulnerability and career crisis, that had to feel like a massive setback.
Crushing, I imagine.
Which is why the timing here, Sepsis in September, this joyful #Datenight reveal in October, is just masterful from a narrative control perspective.
Okay, so unpack that. How does that short time frame become such a powerful statement?
Well, think about it. That post, simple as it was, sends a powerful message. To fans, yes, but maybe more importantly to the industry, maybe even to himself.
What's the message?
It's Porter saying, I'm not defined by illness. I'm not defined by loss. I'm living. I'm capable of joy. I'm moving forward. Usually, a health crisis locks a celebrity into a story of sympathy, recovery, fragility.
Right.
By launching this healthy, vibrant relationship just weeks later, he forcefully shifts the spotlight from sickness to vitality. It's textbook narrative reclamation.
Reclaiming it from fragility and replacing it with partnership, resilience, vitality. Okay, and that brings us back to the partner himself, because this wasn't some whirlwind romance born out of crisis, was it?
Not at all. The evidence, it shows this relationship was already established. It was actually tested before the sepsis hit.
Really? How do we know?
We can trace it back. The soft launch signs started appearing on Eric M. Anderson's Instagram way back in May 2025. Little hints.
Okay.
By August 2025, Porter himself did a classic soft launch, a photo dump, kind of casual. But he called Anderson a beautiful human who has forever changed me for the better. He was claiming it emotionally, but not yet making it global news.
Smart. Let it grow strong before the media storm hits.
Exactly. Build the foundation without the pressure cooker. And then came the real test, September. While Porter was in the hospital with sepsis, Anderson posted this really heartfelt birthday tribute to him. It confirmed publicly, right in the middle of the crisis, how strong their bond was. He was the guy standing by him through the absolute worst.
Wow. Okay, so he was there. He proved himself during the crisis.
He did, which means the October hard launch isn't just, hey, look, new love. It's more like certifying a partnership that's already been tested by fire.
And that leads us right to the big question. What does choosing this partner, the educator, the yogi, not the fellow actor, signal about Porter's next act? Is it just about privacy, or is it something deeper, a shift in lifestyle?
I strongly believe it's a conscious choice about his support system. Think about Porter's career, relentless, driven, exhausting ambition. He's a dynamic force, right?
Absolutely, nonstop.
But now look at the qualities associated with his partner. Wellness, grounding, balance, consistency. Education?
Yeah, it's the polar opposite of the typical high-octane showbiz life.
Precisely. Broadway life, stardom. It involves constant travel, late nights, immense stress, always being on. It can drain anyone. Choosing a partner centered on stability, completely outside that showbiz echo chamber, that's a massive lifestyle indicator. It suggests his priority now, post-sepsis, is maybe holistic living, self-preservation, building a personal life that actively supports his well-being.
So he's restructuring his personal foundation to prioritize health over the relentless demands of fame.
That's how I read it. This relationship becomes a symbol of his complete recovery, not just physical, but maybe holistic. It's not just finding love. It's finding a love that aligns with a potentially slower, more balanced, more grounded existence.
Which sounds exactly like what someone needs after a near-death experience.
This Eric Anderson, the educator and yogi, might represent the foundation for his next act, one built on enduring health and personal peace.
It fits his whole narrative, doesn't it? Billy Porter's story is all about deliberate self-creation, incredible resilience, surviving 2007, the HIV reveal in 2021 after 14 years. Now battling back from this.
He keeps transforming.
Yeah, so this relationship, this specific hard launch, it feels like the curtain rising on the next act. Hopefully a much healthier one. He's not just surviving, he's deciding what thriving looks like for him now.
And if we pull back and look at the bigger picture from our sources, it leaves us with a really compelling question to think about, doesn't it?
What's that?
Well, Porter's life, his career, it's defined by this intense, dramatic, professional ambition. Will choosing a partner who is fundamentally focused on wellness and grounding, will that actually change the intensity, the nature of his career choices moving forward?
Interesting. Like, can the dynamic force learn to slow down?
Is this the beginning of a more balanced phase for him? Or will that deep-seated ambition eventually clash with the stability he seems to be building now? It's fascinating to consider.
Definitely something to keep an eye on. Food for thought. You've been listening to Starscope Report, where we uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture.
Thanks for tuning in.
And we'll catch you next time.